Good morning. We will call the February 25th, 2026 DRC meeting to order. We'll start with roll call. Planning is present. Police.
Andrew King.
Public Works.
Dale Smith.
Fire.
Jeremy Holderville.
Building.
John Hanson.
All right. First item on the agenda is Northwest Recreational Complex Tennis and Pickleball Courts. First submittal. Amir is the project manager.
Good morning, everyone. So this is a submittal by the city, surprisingly. Yes, the city. Uh, the city. For pickleball and tennis courts at 2500 Brush Road. And the future land use is parks and recreation. And the zoning for the property is office. Staff is available for further comments and questions.
A morning at the Improv with Amir Hamza. The applicant is in attendance. Would you like to get up and kind of explain the project to the DRC?
So we're representing kind of the first phase of a two-phase effort here. The first phase is going to be to build the stormwater ponds and the parking area, pedestrian connections. The second phase will be performed by Halas, who's going to come in and build the tennis courts and the pickleball courts separately. There's going to be just a little bit of grading so that everything harmonizes in the finished product. So with the project, most of the comments seem to center around landscaping and lighting. That lighting is going to be put in by Duke afterwards, so we'll be able to provide the photometrics for that. But right now, the proposed plan was for the Parks Department to have staff installing landscaping after the construction was completed for trees within the islands and shrubs to create buffering against the houses in the subdivision to kind of the northeast. So I think that's going to be the main item that we would want to discuss is, if we can get waivers to the landscaping requirements, and if not, how we proceed.
Okay. I know the code requires the submittal of a landscape plan signed and sealed by a landscape architect or like professional. We would have to take a look at the code and see if there's any type of mechanism for a waiver. Typically, a waiver has to go before the city council for something like that. Is there, I know you had mentioned the plan to do buffering and stuff adjacent to the residential. Is there like a plan that's been put into place yet or anything like that? Or
Chris Richter, Parks Administrative Manager. We were planning to work with Donnie, our Parks Administrator, to look at what options we have. There is already trees kind of on that northeast corner where the subdivision is, but just adding some supplemental. And then there's been also some talk to add some additional trees or shrubbery on the south side, east side by the water plant. So nothing in too depth, but there is plans to kind of obscure from the core lighting, the houses, the noise. That's been in discussions.
okay. All right. Let us take a look at the code and do a little bit of research, and we can get back with you on that. Any members of the DRC have any questions on this? All right, hearing none, planning has nothing additional. We just owe you some information. Police.
No comments?
Public Works.
I'll provide some comments later.
Okay. Fire.
No comments, thank you.
Building.
I don't have anything.
All right,
Thank you.
very much.
So thank you, guys.
Next item is Go Ministry Construction Site Plan Second Submittal. June Son is the project manager.
Good morning. This is a CSP for church property located on Rock Springs Road. The size of the property is 6.73 acres. The size of the proposed building is approximately 11,000 square feet. The current future land use is commercial. Zoning is community commercial. Proposed use is church, which is permitted. And proposed number of seats is 400. The property is within Wakiba protection area, and it's a
Looks like the applicant's in attendance. Yes.
Good morning, Pedro Martinez with Burkett Engineering, 1000 Legion Court, Orlando, Florida.
Any questions on the comments that you received or anything you'd like to discuss, or does any DRC member have any questions for the applicant?
I did have a question on planning on the last submittal for the green building standards. Is that something that we have to provide on the engineering set of plans or in the architectural?
on the site.
Okay.
And then Did you submit an environmental study?
No, that was one of my comments here. So this comment was not provided during sufficiency or in the subsequent submittals. So if this is something that it's needed, I just wanted to confirm whether it's in phase one ESA
Yeah,
or
it is
species
required.
report.
It is required.
Okay.
Because it's the properties will keep a protection area, so environmental
Okay.
is kind of sensitive. So
So it would be a phase one ESA.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, we'll work with the client to provide that environmental report. Um, the other comment that I had here is the owner authorization form from the adjacent properties. I think there's an access easement uh, to our property,
oh, okay.
so I need to work with the client to provide those documentations to the city. I think the other planning comments are very straightforward. Some of the striping to be on the parking plan instead of on the site plan, all of that we can do.
Okay.
And then from my understanding, I think that we didn't receive any comment from any other department except for fire. So on fire, the auto turn on sheet number, I believe it's 8. I think it's a mislabel. We called it out 47.65 instead of 56.
Yes, sir. I see that's updated. I had a question regarding. So there was a change on this with the parking lot on the south side. So that parking spaces are gone now. They've been eliminated.
Yes, correct. The current site plan is the way that it's being proposed. We had to increase the size of the pond, so we got rid of some parking spaces. We're still in compliance with the minimum parking spaces for the church, but the rest is just gone because of the pond.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
So, yeah, that question with the vehicle turning, we're gonna address. The other comment from fire says that you were concerned about the south side of the building, the length of that parking.
That was the parking lot I was talking
Okay,
about. I was
perfect.
concerned with the length of it, what it was, because if it was over 150 feet, we were going to require some
Correct.
kind of turnaround access point. But now that you've eliminated it, kind of canceled that question.
Yes. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. And we acknowledge we'll do the BDA DAS test prior to final. That will be something that the
All right.
GC will coordinate.
Perfect. Thank you.
So
Have the GC confirm with me prior to that.
yes, sir.
Thank you.
So yeah, hopefully we'll respond to the planning
Okay.
and fire comments and resubmit as soon as we can.
Okay, thank you. Any
Alright.
questions for the applicant additional?
Yeah, I finished up my review late yesterday, so that didn't get posted. I'll give you a copy.
Okay.
But, a couple of things. The ponds are going to have to be fenced due to
Okay.
the depths, and you'll have to comply with, planning and zonings, the type of fence that they'll require for that. The way you've got the water lines, the potable lines, and irrigation plumbed, we're going to have a discussion with that
Okay.
because I could not find a line for you to tie into in that access easement. It looks like you're going to have to take your water line all the way out to Rock Springs,
Okay.
which that's where your water meter is going to have to be, your potable meter. So after you do your wet tap, you'll have to come off with 2 T's and then continue with your fire line, to the site.
We had on our current survey, it shows a little bit east of our western property boundary gate valve. We're not entirely sure about the size of that gate valve. We thought that it was a stub out, but in case that we need to connect to Rock Springs Road, we can do that. If we find the access easement, and maybe we'll have to record an utility easement to go through those properties and connect to Rock Springs Road.
Right. Well, you were going to go out there for the force main anyway, and
Correct.
what I saw on the plans,
Yes.
For those 2 buildings, they were like 1 and 2 inch lines, so it's not enough to get your fire protection.
Okay.
And then your water line, because it's not a loop system, will have to be a 10-inch line instead of the 8-inch.
Understood. Okay. So are we gonna receive those as an
I'm
additional
going to hand them
comments?
to you
or-
right after the meeting.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay.
All right. Any other?
Planning has
questions?
nothing additional. Police,
No comments.
Public Works,
No other comments.
Fire,
No comments. Thank you.
Building.
Nothing, thanks.
All right, thank you. We'll look for the resubmittal.
All right. Thank you so much. I
Uh-huh.
appreciate it.
Any items for discussion? Hearing none, we're adjourned.